TikTok family, what the heck? Tim and I were like, it has been so long since we've been on here. Hello. I'm gonna get my pink shirt, my pink pen, my tea, my other really cute pen. If you're coming in, just say hi, tap the screen, wanna hear how you guys are doing. Kim and I were like, we miss doing this. I feel like it's been a month since I've been on here live. Hi, Claudia. I love your numbers. 111. Watch your thoughts. Whatever you're trying to manifest is coming to fruition. I love that. I'm really big on numbers. And the other day I kept seeing 444 everywhere, Claudia. Do you ever see that as well? Or like your birthday or anything? Come on in. We're having a little party. I'm hopefully going to do some readings for people, but then also after I do my readings, I'll go ahead and pull some cards. These cards are great from James from Prague, and I love doing this, but come on in and say hi. Really want to know how you guys are doing. How is life? Yes, I applied for a job and the job number is 444. I was wondering because I feel like such good energy, and you got the confirmation today. Yep, I just saw 1111 and they were like, tell her 444. And 444 means thousands of angels are with you on your life purpose. Like we all have angels, right? And then you have people who are here to start a nonprofit organization for amputees. Like you'll have like a stronger spiritual team, or more people involved in your spiritual team, because what is it saying, like your quest, your destiny is a little bit bigger than others. It doesn't mean that somebody's is less or more. It doesn't mean that. It just means like you're going to need more help. I hope I'm saying that right. Hi, Elena. Hi, Dana Michelle. The job I'm applying for is with women's rehabilitation. I think that's why I kept seeing that. I was like, what is that? Like amputees or something. So rehabilitation. Claudia, I'm like so drawn to you already. How are you, Dina? If you can do me a favor and tap the screen and share as well. I would like to do a couple readings today, but I also want to do cards after for everybody. I absolutely love doing that. If you did end up signing up for my event on September 24th, we just went ahead and canceled that for now. The program that it was running on was so complicated. I'm going to give myself time to figure that one out. Got my Paris tea from Dutch Brothers today. I'm all set there. So good. How are you, Elena? If you're just coming in, please say hi. I feel like we're missing you guys. I feel like everybody's needing to get together in a group. We're feeling rather isolated. So please say hi and let's see how you guys are doing. Amanda, how are you? Would you do a free mediumship if someone has no way of paying? Yes, if you're following me, I come on here and randomly give readings. This is a time where I do paid readings, but I will do some paid readings today. I have 3 spots opening, and then after that I'll be pulling some cards for people too. I'm good. We're just adjusting to coming back on here. I haven't been live on here for so long. I was here, I visited my son, for those of you who know. I visited him and I went live a couple times, like really late in the evening, like midnight or something like that. I think, Elena, you were on a couple of those. Hi, Trish. How are you? Well, we could, how do you guys want to do this? We could do, well, if you guys have any questions, my name's Julie. I'm a psychic medium. If you're coming in, please tap the screen. Feel free to share it. Hi, Corey. And just in general, yeah. If you guys have any, I thought you were, Elena. If you guys have any questions, I don't know why this does it, but it adjusts so it gets a little bit darker. And you guys are commenting. I'm trying to see what you're saying. Cody, will my Will brother start blank now that I have? Oh, I understand. I'm so sorry if you're going through that, sweetheart. Um, what I can feel is if you're asking, then you're probably preparing because you know. So there's nothing worse than having people, how do I want to put it? There's nothing worse than already dealing with a loss, so I'm so sorry about that. And then having to deal with family members that may be either verbally abusive or narcissistic. So I always say get help from others. Yes. So Macy says, my dad passed a while ago. Oh, that's interesting, Kim. My dad passed a little while ago. Is he okay? Everybody who crosses into the light, whether you believe in the universe, the other side, heaven, I don't define that for you. But there is this loving source that we all come from, and he is there. And I feel like either his mom is crossed with him, but he shows me a lady. So they're always at peace. Even if they had turmoil in this life, they are healing over there, and everybody goes to the same place. I hope that helps you. Nothing, nothing worse than your own family. Yes, that's the worst. No, I understand, sweetheart. Definitely get help. Hi, Kim. Thanks for joining. Definitely get help. I just made an appointment with a counselor. Did it, Jackie? I'm so sorry. So on the other side, they're very aware of who is causing you turmoil. And I know when your family's not being fair, we just have to have the hope that the universe or God and angels or your ancestors are being fair, but nobody gets away with anything. Do you know what I mean? They will see this, or they do see this. It's been hard. I have a lawyer. Yes, I understand. As much as I love doing readings, when we have families that are like this, it's so important to seek counseling to help us with the badgering and the venom. When people text that nonstop venom, and it's worse, right? Because it's you hear your mom through what I'm saying. Yeah. And there's nothing worse because you have your guard down with them. You're not expecting that. But it has, just so you know, it has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with you. So I know yours is like Custom Creations. I know you're saying that, but so I don't know your name, sweetheart. If you want to share it on here, you can. And Jackie and Custom Creations, I'm so sorry that you're going through that. That's at the time where you would think, yep, my dog, at the time where you would think other people would be there for you. And it's very disheartening when they're not. So I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah. Nolan's, who let the dogs out? But if you're just coming on, my name's Julie, and I'm a psychic medium, and I come on here to give like kind of mini readings for people. But in the meantime, until we find somebody, we're just chatting. So if you have any questions about how this works, or if you want to have a reading, just let me know. I love helping people because my job as a medium is to show you like I'm channeling their love for you and your love for them. But once I remove myself from that situation, that energy's channeled, that love is around you guys, ever flowing. You don't need a medium to have that, but it is nice to have the validation every once in a while. Even I, as a medium, love getting readings from other people when I'm going through some challenging times in my life. How long have you known? Oh, that I can connect to spirits. Thank you. I didn't know that it was a gift. I just, when I was about 5 years old, my grandmother came into my room and she was talking to me, but she didn't live with us. And I didn't know what she was trying to say. So I went in the kitchen, got my mom, said, Grandma's in my room and she has something to say, but I can't understand her. And my mom came in my room and said, no, Grandma doesn't live with us. She lives across town. Did you forget? She's like, you must have been dreaming. But I know I wasn't dreaming because I was in my pajamas playing with my Barbies. And so I was like, oh, well, I don't know what that was. And the next day, my mom received a phone call that my grandmother had passed away that evening. So she was kind enough to say, Julie, I think you're that was a visit from grandma, and she just came to see you before she left for, my mom was Catholic, so she believed in heaven before she left for heaven. I'm so glad that my mom told me that. So around 5, I knew that. And then my whole life, it did not feel like a gift. People just thought I was so weird. And I thought I was weird because of the things I would say to them. Even when I was older, my friend Tammy was like, you have to meet my friend Rebecca. And she came up to me and I said, you have the energy of someone who owned their own clothing boutique. And she's like, huh, how would I have the energy of someone who owns their own clothing boutique? And I was like, I don't know, you just do. And she's like, huh. And she looked at my friend Tammy and she's like, did I ever tell you that? And Tammy's like, no, like they just met too. And she's like, I did own my own clothing boutique, but I don't anymore. And I was like, oh, okay. And she looked at me weird and walked off. And my friend Tammy's like, Julie, how does someone look like they own their own clothing boutique? Why would you say that to somebody? It's so weird. And I was like, I know, right? I don't know where that came from. And then so about the age of 36, I started studying this and traveling around the world, trying to open up my gift. Thanks, Jeff. And trying to perfect it for you guys as it just started to come open so drastically that I knew that these were visions that I was having and not just common sense like I called them. But I didn't have the privilege of growing up like you guys do with watching John Edwards and Teresa Caputo. I didn't know I was a medium. I didn't even know what a medium was. So I'm glad I have it now, and I'm glad it can help. How did I pursue it? I was looking at these. I was just trying to do my best to kind of read a lot of books on spiritual development. I learned how to do Reiki, which is an ancient art of healing, to heal myself because I was all over the place, just bouncing off of my empathic energy. And then I started watching videos of people where I admired how they gave readings. Excuse me. And then I would go to their website and see if they had classes. And so I studied Doreen Virtue and Gordon Smith, he's an amazing reader. And so I just went to different classes around the world, to Australia, to Hawaii, and to try to find the people who I could find that would show me how to use these tools effectively so that I could read people and help them better. And I used to work with the police and the FBI for missing person cases and murder cases, but that got really heavy, and so I quit doing that. But I'm glad I was able to do it for the time I did. Hi, Karima, how are you? I'm just making sure I have all your questions here. Will we find a place to rent by the end of November? I don't know, Karat. I certainly hope so. I usually don't do yes or no answers. The reason why is because I don't see things in dates. Like I'll say it feels close. So it definitely feels like you're getting closer, and I wouldn't settle because I don't know if you had what is that called? You got catfished by an apartment, like not a person, but the last place that you looked at wasn't what you thought it was going to be. But I'm just seeing that. Perfect. So I love chatting to see how you guys are doing. If anybody wants a mini reading, let me know. I do have Kim in here helping as well, so she will moderate. Is the list open? Yes. My sister wants a connection. Yes. Karima? I was going to do 3 readings today, so you would be first. Is she in here with you? Do you connect with people who have crossed over? Yes, Sue, I'm a medium. So Candy, are you with Karima? Sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right. I am dyslexic, so I do my best to try to see what your name is. Oh, okay. So if you would like a reading, here's my Venmo information. And once you sign up, I'll see that, and Kim will be my moderator. So just let me know how you want to do that. Thank you guys for being here. Yes, Christy. So what I do, she is here. Okay. Yes, she is here. Perfect. So the way we do it is once you send $50 via Venmo, it will pop up and I'll see it, and then you'll be on my list for me to do readings on here. And those of you who are saying that you can't afford a reading at this time, I totally understand. There are different times where I do free readings, and so you just want to follow me. I'll just pop on once I've done all of my paid readings. I wish I could. Things have been so hard since she's passed. Okay, who? Sorry, I don't know who's who. And no worries at all. Then stay on here after. I always pull cards for people. I try to meet as many needs as I can. And so if you're not following me, make sure that you do that. So when I do go live and do the free readings, then you're on there. Okay. Thank you so much. So I have E-I-R-E-N. Yes. And then Karima. So E-I-R-E-N and then Karima. If you guys can let me know. And Karima, what is your sister's name, sweetheart? Is she on here to get a reading as well? Okay, Erin is pronounced Erin. Okay. Erin. And Nadia? Sorry, I'm trying to see. Nadia. Perfect. And what I do is these are recorded, and I go ahead and I put these over on my YouTube channel. But if you want to guarantee that it's recorded, go ahead and press screen record or hi Delia, and make notes, okay? In about 1 minute, I'm just going to see who's first. So it looks like Erin's first, and then Nadia is for Karima, you're second, and then I'll just have one more opening after that, and then I'll go ahead and I'll pull. What I do, you guys, is I do 3 paid readings, and then I pull free cards for people after, and this really helps. So if you want something free, just hang out. These are lovely cards, and I'll give a message for as many people as I can, but the only catch is during my readings, we'll have to have you not say anything so that I can get through my paid readings faster. And then I'll be pulling cards with messages for people for free after. So we always try to meet as many needs as we can on the time that we're on here, if that makes any sense. Okay, so I just want to check with my moderator, Kim, to make sure she's on here. Did it freeze or something? I didn't see people for a while. And then Kim, if you're here, thank you, sweetheart. There's only one more message. How do we screen record? If you swipe across your screen, if you have an iPhone, you'll see it says screen record. It keeps freezing. Is it freezing for you too, Kim? What you might want to do, Trish, is go out and come back. But just check right now. How's everybody doing? Is it freezing or is it okay? Because sometimes I know it's freezing for one person, and then for other people, it's not so much. It's freezing for everybody. Pauses for a second. Is it okay now? It's not freezing. It's so funny. It's like some people are like, it looks good on my end. So if it's freezing on your side, you might want to log off and come back. Is it freezing for people? It's okay now? All right, looks fine. All right, good. So Erin, I'm going to do yours first. And then Karima, is Nadia in here? Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you. Is it freezing now? Like when I don't see dots. It's so funny because on my thing it says everything's okay. Let me check one thing, guys. She is next to you. Okay, so she's with you. Okay, good. Actually, I think what I'm going to do, can you guys hear me okay? So what I think I'm going to do is I'm feeling pulled to yours first, Karima. So I'm going to do yours and Nadia's first. And then Erin, I'm going to do yours after. And then I have one more opening if anybody's interested. Thank you guys for being here. Kim, thank you so much. Everybody's good? Okay. Yes, you can pay with PayPal, Marina. You just go out to my bio and it will take you directly to a PayPal button. Okay, thank you. At this time, we're going to go ahead and ask everybody to be quiet, to go ahead and pause for a moment. You will be muted if you talk other than my moderator. She's the only one that should be talking right now. You might have a tendency to want to put down that this sounds interesting, or that sounds like my dad or my grandmother too, or this is a great reading. What I'm going to ask you to do is not to comment at all, because you will be temporarily muted. Please be kind to Kim. She's going to do this so that I can focus on the reading, because I will absorb anybody's energy in there, and I'm trying to focus on one reading at a time. If I get through this faster and you guys don't comment when I do a person's reading, I'll have more time after to pull free cards for people. So that really helps. And once again, thank you for being here. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay. Okay. So my list is full because Jacqueline just paid for her reading. If you paid, I will be going live again tomorrow around the same time. So it goes Karima for Nadia, Aaron, and then Jacqueline, and then the list is closed. Thank you guys for being here. Okay. So from this point on, please don't comment. Karima, thank you for being here. And this is for Nadia. The way I like to do these readings is to see who you guys want to hear from today. I don't need to know their name. I just need to know who they are to you. And this is for Nadia and Karima only. And I'm wondering if your mom is crossed, because I'm getting a lady that's coming. Thanks, Kim. Karima, are you here, sweetie? If you're having a hard time commenting, go out and come back in. I know that happens too sometimes. Grandma, yep, because I sense a lady coming through already. I don't know if she had, bear with me a second, because I'll start to see, hear, and feel things once I connect with your energy. I don't know if someone actually wore a flower in their hair or someone was a dancer, but I kept seeing like something right here. To me, it looked like a flower, unless somebody put buns in their hair. It was like right here. So if she came from, if there's a picture that you have of her and she would have a flower in her hair, just know that's the first thing I kept seeing. Does that make sense too when I say that? Okay, that's okay. Just put it to the side. 95% of what I talk about should make sense. I just kept seeing a flower in their hair. That reminds me of like the Hawaiian dancers. So there's a connection to Hawaii, or say it again. Yeah, it can be like the Philippines too, but just know I keep seeing that. It reminds me of a Hawaiian dancer with a little flower in her hair. Either that or someone had an injury right here, which would be a really interesting way to show me that. If she had a stroke or a brain aneurysm or something like that. I've never had a spirit show me a flower in their hair and it be like they had a head injury or a stroke or a tumor, but I am being drawn to this. She looks like a Hawaiian lady. Yes, but she was Middle Eastern. Thank you. So if a lot of people thought she was from Hawaii, that's how she would show me that. Do you understand? Can I just stop and pause for a moment? She was a beautiful, giving person. No wonder you guys miss her. And she keeps talking about roses. See, there's flowers with her because it was her name Rose. Like, I'm trying to reach her and she's all, you need to talk about Rose. I'm like, okay. So this woman either had a flower garden or was really big, like with green thumbs, but now she's bringing up roses also. And hold on one second. Who's in the medical field? Because she shows me someone wearing white, and that usually means that someone was in the medical field. She was so good with children. I have to tell you, she was so good with children. She was so good with children. If anybody's thinking about going into the medical field or is in the medical field, she's showing me they're wearing white, either here or crossed over. That would be her way to show me. It could be like dentist, medical, EMT, nurse, medical assistant. Okay, that's okay. It's another grandma. You just have both grandmothers coming in. Isn't it funny? You're like, we don't want to hear from that one. She's like, I'm coming. And I don't know if you have an Isabella or a name that's close like that, but they will show me names that are like theirs. So if I don't have her name in my vocabulary somewhere, she will show me something close to that, but they will not stop talking about a rose, or they won't stop talking about that. So someone had to have a really green thumb. Grandma has a garden. Yes, she's not my grandma, but we call her grandma. Okay, thank you. That's it. Okay. And the name, like, it is Isabella. It's almost like that. Hold on one second. Yes, hold on. Whew. Okay, so I'm trying to read this grandmother. I'm not sure if the other grandmother is taking over or coming in, but hold on one second. All right, hold on. Did you guys, usually when a grandmother comes in, I want them to show me something other than cooking. No, Isabella, that's okay. Just write it down. It's like got those letters in it. So if it's a name from another country that I'm not familiar with and it sounds like Isabella, it's almost like playing Wordle with them sometimes, but that's okay. Just put it to the side. We don't want to make anything fit that's not fitting. Say it again. I usually like grandmothers to show me a different sign other than cooking, but she either cooked with a lot of herbs or had a restaurant. This is like a thing where it's like traditions to cook with a lot of herbs, especially like turmeric. I don't know why she's showing me that. It's like, I just feel like I'm being drawn to but it's not just like a thing like, it's almost like tradition. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like tradition, unless someone had their own restaurant. I just kept seeing that. And is either, yes, okay, thank you. Karima or Nadia, are either one of you a teacher or someone going back to school? She keeps drawing a schoolhouse over and over again. So I'm trying to understand what she's talking about. So she'll be talking about her, somebody here, but she won't stop talking about schooling. And I was like, teacher, and she's all schooling. So it's like someone's a teacher, someone's thinking about going back to school, or you're the first in your family to have gone that far with education. One of the things too is they'll start to show me songs, and there's a song and it says, you don't have to try so hard. So I'm wondering if Nadia, are you rather hard on yourself? So I have to share everything, even if it doesn't make any sense to me. And there's also a February connection being somebody's birthday and or day of passing, because I am being drawn to the month of February. She used to work at a hospital teaching kids with disabilities. Thank you. Thank you. That's why I'm seeing white and teaching. She's talking about schooling. See, this is definitely her coming through. I love it. Do you know, as I'm doing your reading, it's not that guys aren't crossed over and part of your spiritual team, but I get a lot of strong women. So I feel like in your family, you were raised by a lot of strong women and a lot of family firsts. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like, and her birthday was in February. There we go. I feel like at the beginning, you guys were like, this isn't her. We're not connecting. And she's like, hang in there with me. Hang in there with me. Like she's good. Do you know what I mean? Yes, I understand. She's so proud of the legacy that she left behind, not only with her family, but within her career. There are plaques and pictures still until this day left behind of the work that she did. Do you know what I mean? And she wouldn't turn anybody away. She tried to treat everybody as equally as she could, even if they didn't have the means to receive her service. She would find a way. She's like, yeah, she just tells me she's like Mary Poppins. She would find a way for those people to be able to afford to have that care. Like nobody was ever turned away. That was like her biggest thing. She keeps saying, she keeps going back to Nadia. So Nadia, I don't know if you're private, if you're shy, if you're if you kind of like want like a more smaller group around you, which is totally fine because that's good to have sensitive people like that too. But she's trying to help you. Yes, I understand. It's like spirits will say you need a cup of confidence. Like the way that you talk to yourself, she's trying to help you not be so hard on yourself. And you were so wonderful to her. Both of you are these beautiful shining stars. Yes, I will tell. It's kind of like when we're a perfectionist for other people, when we give them a birthday party and we're like, oh my God, I only got 5 balloons instead of 6 balloons. And we only think about the thing that we did wrong. And she doesn't want you to do that. She wants you to, give yourself a break. You're hard on yourself. But also, yes, I will tell her that. She's also saying that sometimes sensitive people don't like that they're so sensitive. And she says that sensitivity is your superpower. And Nadia, I don't know if you spent a lot of time up here, but she's making me feel like she either journaling or writing would be very good for you because you have a lot of thoughts, she says. And that's a sign of creativity and intelligence, but sometimes people feel like they're all over the place. Yes, Nadia is a very sensitive person, but doesn't like that she is. Do you know what I mean? So this is your superpower. This is your gift, sweetheart. There's so many things right with you. You have a list of things that you think that are wrong with you. Your grandmother's like, no, you have so many gifts. Don't compare yourself to other people, sweetheart. You are doing a really good job. You are. She just keeps talking about that. So be kind to yourself, she says. They will always give us advice. Do you know what I mean? On like how to handle ourselves. But with a spirit like this, I feel like there isn't anything that you can't accomplish, because know that when she crosses over, she looks at her life, she does a life review. And I don't know if this is your dad's mom or her dad is with her, but she keeps talking about dad. And say it again, sweetheart. And when they look at their life and do a life review, they're either happy of their life or they're not. She seems to me like she felt like she lived a pretty good life and left a legacy behind to let people know there isn't anything you can't do. Don't let society tell you can't do something, because she says as she was trying to do what she wanted to do, so many people told her that this isn't possible. So many people said, you can't teach kids with disabilities. That's not possible. But she didn't listen to them. She's like, you have to go with your spirit. Do you know what I mean? Is this making sense to you? Sensitive people usually like to work with children or animals. Yeah. And I don't know why she keeps saying Little Red Riding Hood. I don't know why I keep hearing that. Little Red Riding Hood. I don't know if she used to read you that book, or if you have something with a cape with a red cape with a hood, or why I'm even seeing that. The only other thing I can think of is it's a children's story. So Nadia, I don't know if you have been thinking about writing children's books, but I think that you'd be very good at it. You have a lot of emotions kept inside. She says you should write them out, either for a book or just in a journal. But many people that are quiet are like storytellers. Do you know what I mean? So they don't know that they're authors, but I would so encourage that for you. Is any of this making sense to you as I say that? She just keeps pointing to a tree. I'm like, the Kabbalah? Like, why are you trying to show me this tree? I'm trying to understand what she's saying. The tree that she's showing me is, we had, I think it was an Asian maple tree that we planted in our yard, and it was beautiful. I keep seeing that. She loves kids and is asking Grandma if Grandma's holding a soul for her. Yes. There's two souls over there, actually, I see. Oh, I know you do. Yeah, there's two. I see two. And I don't know if there was a baby that had a heart problem or lung situation. And let me see anything else. Okay, that's okay. Just put it to the side. As she comes forward, she starts to show me, hold on one second. She's showing me somebody either here or crossed over that had, say that again, like stents put in their heart, or they would have had open heart surgery, or even a heart murmur. It would be like that. She just showed me that. So it's either her, you guys, or someone around you, or someone crossed over. But she just showed me that, and it started hurting right there. But I'm so glad you guys are getting this reading today. Yes, before she passed, she had a heart condition. Okay, so when you ask, does she have any little souls with her? She shows me that she has two, and that she shows me a heart condition. And so your grandmother, and then she also showed me kids and teaching and being in the medical field. So she was in the hospital and she taught kids with disabilities. And then she showed me February, so that's how she passed away in February. See how like 95% of what they talk about should make sense at the time of the reading? And then when I ask her anything else, she'll show me that she has two souls, and then she'll talk about something concrete to let you know that the message she's giving you to where she has two souls over there is confirmed with the fact that she also had heart conditions before she passed away. Does that make sense to you when I say that? There still is like an Esmeralda. It can be EZ or is Isabella. There's a name either here or crossed that I'm not understanding what name this is. I'm so sorry, but it's got like, it sounds like EZ. Like when I say Esmeralda, Isabella, it's like, it starts off like that, like a name like that, like it has a hard S or Z, and it can be first, middle, or last name too. Just so you know, that's how she shows me. Okay, so I'm pulling back. Let me ask her if there's anything else that she wants me to tell you guys. For Nadia, don't give up. I'm so glad you're getting this reading today, sweetheart, because she just wants to give you some hope. You need to get your hope back. Do you understand what she's saying about that? And whenever I do readings for you, I always say, look for signs. If there's like white feathers or just feathers in general, feathers in unusual places are a sign that they're waving to you from the other side, because they can show you signs and they can talk to you and they can guide you. One thing I know with this lady is she didn't take no for an answer. So she had a dream that seemed impossible. She had a dream that other people didn't even understand. And they kept telling her, you can't do that here. We've never done that before. And she was like, I just felt like God spoke to my heart and told me this was what I was supposed to do. And I saw a vision of it, and I wasn't going to take no for an answer. So she's saying sometimes you have a dream in your heart of something that you want, but logically it looks like it's not going to come to fruition because people are telling you it's not possible. She's like, don't listen to the naysayers. Is this making any sense to you guys? She just is a beautiful lady, I have to say. She just reminds me, yes? Okay. Don't give up, sweetheart. That's your message today, Nadia, okay? I am pulling back. I know these readings tend to go fast as they are mini readings, but I'm so glad she came through with valid information for you so that you know that she's watching over you. So people will say, Julie, how did you know that? I don't know that. I'm channeling the energy that's around you guys. Yes, she knows that. She's so proud of both of you. She is so proud of both of you. She is. And you're there to help one another. It's like Karima may be having a high day and then she helps Nadia, and then Karima has self-doubt and then Nadia helps her. You guys are here to help each other. She just keeps saying that. Be grateful for that. Not a lot of people have that type of friendship within their family as well, but just know she comes through with a lot of love and with the energy of saying, yes, that she showed you. Yes, absolutely. Good. What's possible. So don't listen to people when they tell you that can't be done. And just a side note, this is so cool because as I was doing her reading, my mom was named like Elaine, but we called her birth name was Lillian, but they called her Elaine. And my mom, we have a special needs sister, and my mom was like, we want to have the kids at the special needs school, like we want to help them do Christmas plays, and we want to have them have a prom because they weren't having that at their school because they're like, oh, they're special needs, they won't know. And my mom's like, no, we're going to do it. And so many people said, you can't do that. So my mom had us all sell a bunch of candles, like door to door back in the day, and we raised money to have the kids put on plays, to have them do a Christmas pageant. Parents were crying. They had never seen their kids play instruments, let alone sing. It was the most precious thing. Your grandmother reminds me of that. Hi, Julie. So there isn't anything you can't do. She's like, don't listen to the naysayers. She just keeps saying that. And Ellen, who's that to you? Was that her name? I'm going to freak out. Is Ellen? Oh, sorry, Julie, if you got muted. I'm just finishing up a reading. Her name was Ellen. See, I kept hearing like Elaine, and I was like, oh, it's like Isabella. Her name was Ellen or Helen. Same. Yes, yes. I knew it. I knew it would come through. Thanks, Mom. She's like, just say, because I kept hearing Elaine. And I was like, no, Mom, I'll tell her after. So there's not a coincidence that my mom's name is Ellen. I kept hearing like a Isabel. She was German. Yeah, that's it. Helen and Ellen, Elaine. Yeah. Thanks, Mom, for helping at the end there. This is her way of coming through. You've got to know what shining stars she thinks you both are. And she's so proud of you. Stop thinking you're ever letting her down or it's not enough. She just thinks the world of both of you, and she's trying to help you have more confidence too. Isn't that interesting? There's a fine line between how do I want to say, like being cocky and full of yourself and having confidence. And you guys are so sweet. You'll never be cocky or full of yourself. You don't have that in you, but you could use a cup of confidence. Okay. So I am pulling back. Thank you guys so much for being here. Julie, sorry you got muted. I was trying to just pull that together and channel at the end, but what a beautiful reading. Thank you so much. Oh, I love doing this kind of work. I never know what kind of message is going to come through, but I always know it's going to be healing for you. Hey, Roxy. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, that's okay, Julie. No worries. I try to do this little sucker, but it gets moved. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Jenny. Jenny, who can I turn to? Oh, what a beautiful thing. Yes, I love that about putting on plays at school. I know. I should just randomly tell some stories on here. My mom was like incredible. Not going to lie. There was nothing that woman, you couldn't tell her no. Thank you, Julie. I'm so happy to see you too. Beauty. Yes. Beautiful disaster. I love it. So I'm just going to take a break to say hi to people. And then I have Erin and Jacqueline's reading. I will be pulling cards after. If you're just coming in, welcome, welcome. We're also going through places where we just need to be in a community. And I'm so glad you're here. That was my mom for helping. She was a rock star. I believe it, Roxy, because you have that kind of energy too. And I'm so sorry if I call you Rocky. Was my mom psychic? Karen asked. My mom didn't use the word psychic. She was brought up Catholic, but she had visions. So my mom lived on a farm. She Polish. My favorite place, you're home. Welcome home. Welcome home, Jenny. She was born in a place called Ashton, Nebraska. If you look it up, you'll understand the story. But she loved My Big Fat Greek Wedding because she was like, that's me. Like, my parents wanted me to marry this farmer with no teeth because like he had 2 cows and everything. And my mom and all of her siblings got married to other farmers and stayed in Ashton, Nebraska. When we would visit there in the summer, I immediately just thought everybody knew everybody that they were related to, because I did all summer. Everywhere I went, somebody was a cousin of something. And there were 11 kids in the family. So I had 22 first cousins on one side of the family. So there's a lot of pressure for my mom to stay there, but she always envisioned herself moving to kind of like Grand Island, which was the big city back then, right? And my parents were like, or her grandparents were like, my grandparents, her parents, we called them Busha and Jadish because they're Polish. They were like, you're going to go on drugs and you're going to get hooked to heroin if you move to the city, because that's how they pictured it. So she moved to the city, married my dad, and then he had a mom that was didn't raise him. He was raised by other people, but lived in California. So he's like, we're going to move to California. My mom's like, yeah, I've always visioned us moving to California. We're going to move. So she always had visions to do things, and she always had visions ahead of time. So she wouldn't call it psychic, but once she passed away, she was really happy of the work I was doing. And I know she's a big part of, look at me now, of the work I do now. She is. She was a crazy mom. She wasn't very gentle and loving. I wouldn't say that, but she was definitely there to where she's going to come through for you. Do you know what I mean? If you're down and out and you're like, I can't make it, I'm not going to be able to go through this, she'd be like, we're going to find a way. She would not take no for an answer. And I think I get a lot of that determination from her. Yeah. Thank you, Karen. Great question. I do have a book called I Am Home. I don't know where it is right now, but if you guys want to read more about my story, you can double click here and it will take you to my website, or you can just look on Amazon under I Am Home by Julie Dart, and it's on there. And just really quick, I know I'm going to be doing, thank you, Julie. I appreciate you. Am I following you, sweetheart? Yes. Oh, good. Good. I'm glad. That's a good mom. Yep. She was a social worker, and she realized that she had 6 kids that wouldn't be able to. Oh, good. I am following you. Good. She was a social worker and just said, I'm not going to be able to make money off of, enough money to support my kids. So she started her own house cleaning business. I was like, Mom, have you ever had your own business? She's like, no. And she was like, do you know how to clean houses? She's like, no, just God showed me it. So I'm just going to do it. I'm like, okay. And then she had this very successful house cleaning business. She was funny. She's a funny lady. So thanks, Elaine. Determined. So determined. Yeah. I have great stories. Thank you. I'm actually writing another book. Very focused woman. Yeah. Especially when it came to, I don't know how to put it. People with disadvantages being unfairly treated. She would be on that. Like, oh my God, she was amazing. Thanks, Jenny. So one of the things that I've been longing to do, and if you signed up for my class this weekend, thank you for doing that. And Roxy, I saw you on there. It did get canceled because when I looked at the system to do a webinar, it's so confusing. I don't know why they have to make it so hard. But if you guys are interested in putting together a Zoom class for, I don't know if it would be for this weekend, but if you guys are interested in anything like that, where you guys can meet one another, I'm putting together another one. So just look, I'll be announcing it on here. Yeah, beautiful disaster. I wish I could give you a reading. I'm going to save my energy. Oh, perfect, Jenny. I'm going to save my energy for Aaron and Jackie's reading. But then after that, I can pull some cards. But all your relatives who have crossed over, thank you guys. Hi, Trish. Once your family members cross over, they are all at peace, and then they're watching over you from the other side. Thanks, Roxy, for understanding. You're here and ready. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and focus on Aaron's reading, and then I'm going to take a small break after that, and then I'm going to go ahead and do Jackie's reading. So right now is the time where we're going to ask you guys to refrain from commenting. Thank you, Julie. I'm so wonderful. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, Trish, I'm doing great. I know I finally caught you. So I will be in about 40 minutes. I will be doing... Oh, Marina. Oh, I see. Did you go on PayPal? I think I received your payment after, but that's okay. We can work that out. But right now I'm going to focus on Aaron's because I'm getting staticky and I can hear him, hear his relatives coming through. So Marina, I will send you a message too because I'll be doing readings tomorrow as well if today doesn't work out. But thank you for being here. On PayPal, when people pay on PayPal, I don't see it show up here like it does on Venmo. So I wasn't logging off, but thank you guys for being here. Perfect. And Aaron. Oh, sorry, I said him. I think you have a gentleman coming in with you, Aaron. So I'm getting kind of foggy. Sorry if you guys are starting to talk and I'm not going to answer. I'm going to start doing Aaron's reading and then I'll jump on for other people. But thank you guys for being here. And Kim, if you can... just right now, and Jenny, thank you for your help. They're moderators. Please be kind to them because right now I'm going to go ahead and focus on Aaron's reading. So Aaron, the way I like to do my readings is I want to first thank you for letting me read for you today. I wanted to see who you wanted to hear from today. I don't need to know their name. I just need to know who they are to you. And I'm wondering if you have a gentleman pass because I felt like, I was like, I'm talking to him because I can feel male energy. Okay, so when I do specific readings, it helps if there's somebody in particular that you wanted to hear from, but I'll just go ahead and try to focus my best on that. I call these like speed readings. It's like speed dating. So when people say I want to hear from anybody, and then when I get done with the reading, they're like, I really wanted to hear from my Aunt Becky. Just know that's how it's going to work. So is there someone specific that you wanted to hear from today? And this is for Aaron. Thank you guys for holding your comments. Okay, so you're just open. Okay, that's okay. So the first thing I feel is a male energy. So I have to ask you, is your dad here or is he crossed over? And then I start to taste smoke in my mouth. So I'm not a smoker. He's passed. That's why he's the first person to come through. And then, so they'll show me about things about you guys and things about them. Hold on one second. I keep seeing a harbor with boats. So I don't know if you live by the water or if he had a boat, but I literally keep seeing, it looks like the boat is constant. The harbor that keeps going back and forth. I'm going to go back to the smoking thing. So did he smoke or do you smoke? And no judgment either way. I just need to know because I taste it in my mouth. And is there a John or James here or crossed over? He's showing me a J. I don't know what that meant. Your biological father smoked. Okay. Is he crossed over as well? And can I ask you, there's something about a boat or harbor. I keep seeing that. Yes, it's him. Okay, thank you. Okay, got you. So you show me again. You know, can I ask you, did you ever break your foot or something? Or did you have a foot operation? You know how people wear a certain shoe when they break their foot or their ankle or something? I don't know why I keep seeing that. No, not you. Okay, go ahead and put it to the side. The only other thing I can think is if someone had a situation where they had to wear special shoes, it's either, okay, they'll show me things about you or them or people that are around you. So someone you're related to just had like, they just broke their foot and they have this awkward shoe/boot that they're wearing. Yes, okay, thank you. Your ex-husband broke his ankle. Okay, that's it. Where they have to wear that boot. Yes, okay. So that would be Dad's way of coming through too. There's one thing thank you for allowing me to read for you today. One of the things that your dad is saying, say it again, is that you are he was in it for 8 weeks. That's why. Thank you. You are a truth you're a truth seeker, and you have a really good, how do you want to say that? Alarm for BS. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. Did you not go into being a lawyer? You would have been very good at it. Your BS monitor is strong. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're very intuitive. Is this making sense to you when I say that? I feel I've been told I should be a lawyer. Yes. It's almost like you can just spot a liar a mile away, especially if everybody's like, oh, it's like the emperor's new clothes. It's like, look, I'm wearing new clothes. And they're like, no, they're lying. Does no one else see that they're lying? So it's hard to be a truth, but your dad actually said a truth warrior, where it's like, yeah, where you're spotting either lies going on politically or in your office or around your friends. And he's saying that can be exhausting for you. Do you understand what I'm saying when I say that? I don't know that. Are you a big reader of Edgar Allan Poe or something? I don't do well with lies, whether they affect you or not. Yes, you're very much an empath. I don't know why. To Kill a Mockingbird, is that by Edgar Allan Poe? I don't know. This is the most strangest thing. I've never seen that before in someone's reading. Do you know somebody named Edgar Allan Poe? Why would you show me that? To Kill a Mockingbird. I don't know why I'm seeing that. Is that someone's favorite book or something? This is the first time I've ever seen that in a reading. I don't know if you're drawn to that kind of book or if there's a raven or why I'm seeing that, but just know I'm so drawn to that. So oh my gosh, I love this. So my work team is called Poe. My daughter just recently said that when there were two of us, Edgar Allan Poe, we should be called Edward and Allan. Whoo! Are you kidding me? This is what I love. Are you blown away by that? Because I am. Edgar Allan Poe. So my team is called Poe. My daughter just recently said, when there are two of us, we should be called Edgar Allan. I'm telling you, your family members are coming through strong and clear. Like, so strong. This is so beautiful. I kept seeing, but do they, I don't even know my authors. Look at me. To Kill a Mockingbird. Yeah. This is maybe my father-in-law. So what will happen is, okay, I'll tell her that too. Your daughter's one smart cookie. Like she's such a mini me on you. He was big into water and he had a boat. Okay. So I know I have two men here. I know I have your father and I know I have your father-in-law. There's also like there's a J name. I'm confused on who it belongs to, but I'm going to go ahead and put it to the side. Hold on one second. But your daughter is on fire. Like on fire. She's like you on steroids. It's like you said what you were going to say, but you were brought up to like, well, that's not nice. We don't want to talk bad about people. Your son is Jacob. Thank you. That's why. That seems more, yeah. Oh my God, I'm still blown away. This is why when you're doing yeah, she's a redhead. I love it. She knows her stuff. You cannot, and like when you raise kids like this, it's a, got to take a deep breath, mama, because she knows what she knows. She needs a little bit of direction. But where you were brought up to like, oh, it's not good manners to say you don't like somebody. She's like, that guy's breath stinks. Like when she was younger, she just, yes, say it again. Who is that? Oh, I cannot remember. Oh, I see a picture of, I cannot remember. So at the last reading, I kept hearing towards the end of her reading, I heard Little Red Riding Hood. Do you remember? And she's like, I don't know. And so sometimes what happens is when I'm doing somebody's reading, someone else comes in. Okay. And starts that reading. That's why I was feeling so fuzzy. There's a, I cannot remember who you guys are talking about. When I was growing up, I don't see it so much anymore. Peppy Longstockings. I keep seeing Peppy Longstockings where that she would do, she's just marching to the beat of her own drum. My daughter's crush calls her Little Red Riding Hood. That's how, and yeah, my nickname for her was Red, which is why towards the end of Nadia's reading, I kept hearing that. Do you understand? It was kind of like overlap, and that's how I know I'm transitioning into another reading. This is on, like they're just on. They both hate the smell of cigarette smoke and will call it, yes, out immediately. Yeah. Without like, oh my gosh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Yeah. Unapologetically telling the truth. So you've done such a good job raising them. Such a good job. And I don't know if you were going to get a tattoo on your hand, but all of a sudden I feel like I'm looking right here and I feel like I see a number like tattooed, like on my hand or finger. I know it's here. It's here or here. Does that make sense to you? So if you have a tattoo like that, or if you've been thinking about getting a tattoo like that, I keep seeing that. And so they're showing me a situation where my youngest child got a tattoo for my nephew Patrick when he passed away, and he passed on, and it doesn't make sense. That's okay. Put it to the side. They keep showing me, say it again, how my son got a tattoo like on his ankle, and it's numbers. It's like my nephew Patrick passed away January 11th. So it's like 111. And I just keep seeing this. So if this isn't for you and we're talking about your kids, just know if someone's been thinking about it or they talked about it, there's something about getting a tattoo. It feels like it's either here, here, or here. Just write it down. They'll show me past, present, and future, but I just keep seeing that. It would be like, so I can look down and see it. Like his is on his ankle, so it can be ankle 2, but I feel like I'm drawn to the hand. But he talked about both of your kids, so just know, yeah, that's how he's bringing it up. Your ex is working on a large piece. Okay. Yep. And that would be, there are 2 parts in with the numbers. Okay. So if he's been thinking about doing that and his dad is crossed over, this is just the way that they're starting to come through. And really interesting because earlier I felt, oh, but we'll be on his chest and arms. Okay, thank you. If he thought, I want to have this in a place where I can constantly look at it, I think that's what they were showing me with the analogy for my son, because he wanted it to be somewhere where he could constantly look, and he's always like working and it has his ankle, so he has it like that. So just know that's their way of starting to come through too. And is there a Vicky or Victoria or Victor either here or crossed over? It's like a B name. Does somebody have a leather jacket? The reason why I'm asking is not crossover. Oh, no, here or so what they'll do is they'll talk about people who are crossed over, or they will talk about people that are your friends or who you're hanging out with. Oh, Victor, his name, living cousin named Tori, short for Victoria. Okay, they'll show me all kinds of people, and I don't know why. But if you're close to that person, or you have things going on, or this was your dad was her favorite uncle, I have no rhyme or reason why they bring it, but I know that they bring it up for a reason. Show me the thing that you just said. And there's something about 7. So I don't know if he's been gone 7 years or if someone passed away on the 7th month or in the month of July, but he keeps repeating the number 7 as well. And with someone on, did someone have lung cancer or emphysema? Because as I pull back to see if there's anything else that they want me to tell you, I almost can't breathe. It feels like someone's sitting on my chest. I'm not sure. We've once. That's why I was saying your father had CPOD. I just know one of them is talking about the number 7 being the day that they passed or severe. Yeah, that's why. That would be like dad and father-in-law are going back and forth and back and forth. I almost couldn't breathe. Okay, so that's gone. So I'm not sure which spirit has been telling me about the number 7, but I would think it might be your dad, since I started to see the number 7 and then I felt like I had CPOD, or like I couldn't take a deep breath in. That must be so awful to have that. Do you know somebody named Jerry, or was somebody on the geriatric ward? I don't even know what that means. Okay, so I am pulling back. Let me see if there's anything else. So something about the 7th being like the 7th date, or yeah, they've been gone 7 years, or the 7th month, because it would be like July, right? Okay, sir, I need you to step back a little bit from me because I don't want to feel the heaviness on your chest, but I'm so glad you're here. Did someone have a leather jacket? This is the 3rd time he showed me Danny Zuko, or like a pilot's jacket. I can smell leather jacket. So I don't know if you have somebody's leather jacket who crossed over, or someone, every picture they had, they were in this leather jacket. But now I'm smelling it. And like I said, 95% of what I tell you currently in your reading should make sense. The other part, just put to the side. My father was really into alternative lifestyle and wore leather. Thank you. That would make sense because he showed it to me 3 times and now I smell leather. Okay. So the heaviness on my chest, the number 7, the leather, just know this is their way of coming through. And the Edgar Allan Poe, that just tied everything up with a beautiful red ribbon on it. I love how they come through so clear. And like I said, as a medium, your job is, once you connect, is just to share everything that you're seeing, even if it doesn't make sense to you. It's not supposed to make sense to us. It's supposed to make sense to the person that we're reading. So I'm so glad I was able to read for you today. I am pulling back a little bit, but I always let people know this is your love for them and their love for you that I'm channeling. Once I remove myself from this situation, that love is always around you. And we can tap into it anytime we like. So if you like to ask for a sign and they liked Johnny Cash music and the Ring of Fire comes on, that's not going to be a coincidence. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes we're a little bit logical and go, well, if they were going to show me a sign, it would be different than that. It's not really how it works. But I hope that this brought you some comfort today, letting you know that you do have a strong team around you. And your kids are amazing. You've done such a great job. And I feel like there's something about the fact that even though they have another parent, you did most of that work yourself. At least that's what the 2 men are saying that I've channeled for you. So pat yourself on the back because you've done an amazing job. And I don't know if you're a writer or you're going to do a blog, but someone should hear about your stories. My father-in-law my father-in-law was terrified that they wouldn't have memories of him. I understand. Yeah. And I don't know if he wore shirts like Bert and Ernie or why I'm seeing the Sesame Street. Reminds me of is someone's name Bert or Ernie? Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street. So funny. My father. Yeah. So once your relatives cross over, they look at their life and they do a life review. They're either happy of their life or they're not. Once they cross over, they now watch over you and they help you. And this is just such a beautiful experience to be able to do these readings for you, but more importantly, to let you guys know, whether you're receiving a reading today or just watching the readings, that this is not that I'm channeling, but this is the love that's always around you. It's so important for me to let people know that they're not around me. Your family members aren't following me around, giving me information for you. They're around you. I'm here visiting. And so they're telling me that because I have a heightened awareness of this, but everybody can talk to your relatives and see signs. And if you're not, tell them to step it up, that you want to see a sign from them. Okay, I hope this brought you some comfort today. Thank you so much. I'm going to take a break at this time. I know Jacqueline and Marion have a reading today, so I'm going to save my energy for that too. You're welcome, Sunshine. Thank you for being here. I don't know if I'm following you or not. There we go. Go ahead and give you a follow back. Good luck with everything and your beautiful kids. I always tell people, as much as I'm hoping this app is recording this, always take your notes or screen record when it's time for your reading, because that will come up too. So if you're just coming in, say hi, hello. I do have to go powder my nose and get some more water. Hang tight. I think Jacqueline and Marina have a reading today, or am I saying your name right, Mariana? But hold on one second and I will be right back. You can hear dogs snoring in the background. Ooh, what a party. Angels, angels, angels. Boop, 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 doo. Ooh, Sherry, how did it go? Sherry, Sherry, baby. You guys have to put up with my singing when you're in here. Yes, thank you, Jenny. Thank you for being here. We love you. I haven't heard supper in so long. My family used to say that. Hi, Tasha. What a good group. Oh my gosh. I didn't have my surgery, but I'm in the hospital right now. Okay. Sending love to you in hopes that everything's going to go well. Did they say when they're going to have it? And thank you guys for joining. Crossing fingers, sweetheart. I will light a candle for you tonight. I'm going to write a note to myself. Sherry, candle. Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in. I'm glad you're here. Just sit back and relax and be around some good energy. You're welcome, honey. I am going to pull cards after I do 2 more readings. Kim, how are you feeling as far as moderating is going, honey? Oh, Elena, thank you. You're always really good at. Okay, cool. Good. Okay, if you, Jacqueline, I know you purchased a reading. Thank you so much. Is it Marina, Marianne? What is your name, honey? I think you're right. I think you are third. Delilah just sneezed. Marina. Okay, sorry about that. God bless you. My dog is sneezing. And Jacqueline, are you still in here as well? I'm going to do 2 more readings and then I'm going to pull some cards for people. So if you did want a message today or a free reading, I always try to meet as many needs as I can. Jackie. Okay. Jackie, are you good to hang out? I know I try to do the readings in order as they come. And I said you were third, but then when I looked to see when I received the payment, Marina was first. It was just on PayPal, so I didn't see it. So I was going to do Marina's and then Jackie's. Are you okay with that? And then after that, I will pull some of these lovely cards for people. Thank you. So Marina, thank you for allowing me to read you today, honey. The way I like to do these readings is to see who you want to hear from today. I don't need to know their name. I just need to know who they are to you. Husband, okay. And is his mom crossed over too? Or was he the only boy or the baby or something? And at this time, I'm just going to ask everybody to hold your comments as I read Marina. Oh my gosh, I know I just did a reading for that other person that they had heart problems. But yes, okay, because he shows me that he's like, I'm with mom, or he says mom. So she's crossed over too. Okay. Did he have heart problems? My heart is like going like this. And is there another M, like a Mary, or are you named after a Marina? Because I know your name's Marina, obviously, but I keep wanting to spell another, they're like Mary, Marina. So it'd be like here or crossed over, there's another M. Because they're showing me your name and then they say 2, unless you have a twin. No, but it was cardiac arrest. Okay, thank you. I almost like can't breathe when he comes through. Show me that one more time. Did you guys go? No other M. Okay, that's okay. I'm just going to put it to the side. Here or crossed over. And it can be first name, middle name, last name. Like somebody's name is Mary or Margaret. That's okay. Just put it to the side. It can be a guy's name too, but for some reason I thought it was a female. I keep seeing, show me that again. A life preserver on the back of a boat. That's one of the things that I keep seeing. Here, Miriam, thank you. Yep. So I love it. See how when we go, no, there's no other M, they're like, no, there is. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll just put it to the side. So Miriam. So it's Marina and there's a Miriam here. Okay. That's just their way of saying it too. Okay, hold on one second. Something about a life preserver. I just keep seeing that. So whenever they show me something like this, it's like you guys went on a cruise together. Okay, your daughter-in-law's name is Miriam. Whew. I'll tell you what they were showing me. It was the movie Parent Trap. So there's twins in that movie. Okay. All right. As long as this makes sense to you. And then in Parent Trap, they're on this boat and there's a life preserver behind them. I keep seeing that. So I don't know if someone worked on a boat, if there's twins somewhere, but I have to pay attention to why they show me the things that they do, even if it doesn't make sense to me. Mariana had twins. Thank you. Yay. I love this. So they show me the other M, and then they talk about twins, and they show me the Parent Trap movie, but they show me that scene. Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. And one's passed away. That would be why yes, that would be why they're bringing that up as well. Is someone into, hold on. Did you just rescue, and is someone into animal rescue, or did you rescue a dog or something? As a baby. Yes, I'm so sorry. I don't know if something was wrong with the umbilical cord or something like that, but I'm so sorry that happened. Did someone get married by a holiday, or did someone get married by Okay, sorry. I forgot the question I asked. When I'm channeling, I don't remember. So no, but I went there. Sorry, I forgot what I asked. Rescue. Okay, thank you. That's just your husband's way of saying he knows. He's very well aware of that. He's been watching over you. Yeah, someone. Okay, so my friend works for the rescue, and show me that one more time, at the Monterey Bay Aquarium. And for some reason, I keep being drawn to that too. But I know that your name is Marina, so it's like a marina, a boat, water. But he would be showing me that for some other reason other than your name, because I can see your name. So just know I have to share everything that he's showing me. Hold on one second. Was his passing unexpected? Because there's different ways that people pass. Sometimes we know that they're going to pass, and sometimes it catches us off guard. Oh, you're freezing? Go out and come back in. I know, sometimes this happens. And technology when I'm channeling. Yes, it was unexpected. Okay. Sure, there's not a guy's name too, like Mark or Michael, either here or crossed over. Hold on one second. And was someone, I just saw a fleet of trucks. So I'm trying to figure out if someone, hold on, was a mechanic or was a truck driver here or crossed over? And does someone actually have, does someone, have a white picket fence? That's okay. Just put it to the side. Some things will make sense at the time of your reading, but if his family members are coming in too, they'll show me different things. So that's okay. I know she doesn't know. Let's just put it to the side. Sometimes they're talking about people who are here, some people who are crossed over. That's okay. Something about a white house, a white picket fence. So a white house, I can't imagine that someone lived in the White House. I mean, worked at the White House or lived in Washington. But just know, I keep being drawn to it. I just keep hearing it over and over again. So it's either here or crossed. The White House, a white house. That's how they said it. So hold on. Hold on. Okay. So one of the things I know is when we have someone who passed away and we didn't get to say goodbye to them, there is a feeling of being in shock. Oh, it's freezing still. Are you freezing, or is the screen freezing? And I know I ask other people not to comment, but is it freezing for you guys too? Marco Polo. Like, what are you trying to show me? Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you guys. It's not freezing for other people, so I'm not sure what's going on. Sometimes we have a bad connection. Okay. You're good now. Okay. I'm telling you, they keep saying like Marco Polo, Mark, M-A-R, but that's your name. Okay, that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and put it to the side. Yeah, Mario, Marco Polo, like, that's okay. Keep with it. Okay, so sometimes readings go boom, boom, boom because someone crossed, they were able to say goodbye to them. But when people cross over and we don't get a chance to say goodbye, the energy's a little bit heavier. No worries though. I know from the information that they told me already with the twins, the other M name, that they are definitely here with you. I feel very dizzy. I don't know if someone has vertigo or panic attacks, but I just keep seeing that. And are you looking to change jobs or retire right now? And I don't know if you're handling this all by yourself or other people haven't been showing up for you, but there's something about this all being kind of like overwhelming, and rightfully so. You're handling this all by yourself. Yeah. If you've been daydreaming about not working, if you've been feeling like you want to take time off, even if you're not doing it, I just feel that this has been kind of exhausting. Does that make sense? And grief is a strange emotion because we go through being mad and scared and not being able to say goodbye. The best thing that I can tell you is to keep talking to him and sharing your emotions. Yes. So you've not actually retired or switched to another job, but you're thinking about it because your current situation is so overwhelming. And that's how he's making me feel, that he's very much trying to show you that he's around helping you, because I don't know if he, so financially, if you're just not able to do that right now, but he's trying to help you find ways to where you can take some time off. Yes, I understand. He's making me feel like, are you a person that likes to work to stay busy? Because sometimes, sweetheart, I know that when we have had losses, sometimes that are overwhelming like this, and we try old tools like we're like, I'll just stay busy because that'll keep me through this. We do need to take time off. Is there no does your work not have time off for people who are going through this? Because he's making me feel like he's trying to help you. And I don't mean to put this on you, but if you feel kind of isolated, like people, no one understands what it is that you're going through. And I don't know if you know a Jerry or George, or it's a G or J name, either here or crossed over. But he's trying to help you with this. And how do they do that? When they cross over, they look at their life and they do a life review. You weren't expecting this. You guys had other plans. So there's a lot of this where it's shocking. You have a right to be mad. You have a right just to be mad at the way that this happened. Do you know what I mean? And it feels like yeah, what about the J or G? There was like a Jerry or a George, J or G, either here or crossed over. Sometimes it's that name, or they're trying to spell a name. J and G have the same sound to me when I'm hearing it. So it's like Jerry or George, here or crossed over. Sometimes it's one, and I don't know that because they're just trying to show me. But I'm basically playing Wordle with them to hear what name they're trying to show me for you. It's freezing. We might, yeah. If it's freezing for you and not other people, what I might do is just message you, if that's okay. So go ahead and email me, because sometimes when readings are more private or someone needs a different form of a reading, they will play with your electronics so I can do your reading in a different way. So let's do that, sweetie. So sorry. It looks like it's not working for some reason, and that's not about you. I've had this happen before where someone's like, I just can't do. Yep, it's totally freezing. So what I'm going to do, sweetheart, because you're the only, I'm going to follow you back. Okay. I don't think it'll let me message you, and I'm going to message you through this later, and or send me a message right now, and then I'll do your reading right after I'm done with Jacqueline's. Okay. And it's not, yeah, so we can do it by text, because something's happening where the energy's choppy for me with it, and then it's freezing too. So I know when this happens, spirits have a sneaky way of saying, let's just do this on the side. So just message me through here. This is the only time I'll tell you to message me through my app, is when I'm actually telling you. There are fake accounts on here. Please ignore them. Don't go there. So do you understand what I'm saying, sweetheart? So I'm going to pull back from your reading, and we're going to do yours after I'm off this live, and I will message you, or you can go through here and send a message to me through my email or my website, whichever one you want to do, and we'll make sure we do yours today. Is that okay? Are you understanding? I need the okay from you before I do this. And if you're just joining us, thank you guys for being here. I'm going to do Jackie's reading, and then I'm going to pull some cards for people today. We're going to do some free cards. The card pulling is from James from Prague. And everybody that's staying and within reason, I will give a card to. Okay. Jacqueline, are you here, sweetheart? And everybody else, can you hear me okay? Ollie oxen free. Angels clear the energy if it's funky. Come on. Jackie. Okay. So Marina, I'll go ahead and message you, sweetheart. Everybody's here. Hi, psychic medium. Jen. Roxy. Perfect. Yeah, she tried that and it didn't work. So I know now what happens is, if for some reason I don't get to somebody's reading on here, I know I'm supposed to do it privately. I know that they need other comfort in other ways. So I always say I can do it that way too. Can you see me now, Marina? Because what happens is, and this is no problem whatsoever, it's just when the energy doesn't flow because something's freezing, then I almost start getting ready for another reading. But can you hear me okay now? Okay, perfect. So we have, and also someone passed away on a holiday, or someone's birthday is by like 4th of July, or like anything that you consider a holiday, like Valentine's Day, like it's around that. That's the other thing that they showed me. And then the other M name, and we confirmed that was Miriam. And then she had twins. They kept saying two, and she had twins. And then they talked about the cardiac, and then they talked about the unexpected passing. Okay. So these are all things that I review to have them come through, and that you're needing more time off. Because one of the things is that you're also the helper to everybody. Do you understand? So when we have someone cross over and we are the helper, we need that kind of, how do I want to say, that help back, but we're not used to it because we're not used to asking for help. So other people might be ambiguous or think that you're handling this better than you are, or you might want to be handling it on your own. Excuse me. But this is going to be something where you need to ask for help. There's got to be people that you can rely on that are going to help you through this. Is it still freezing, or can you hear me? Does this make sense to you when I say that? and then the J name. So it's either like, you're good. Okay, so it's, yeah. Whenever I see like, it says like Jerry or George, John, there's like a name coming through either here or crossed over. It can be Juan or Jorge too, but it's here or crossed over, and they're showing me those letters. Jensen. See, that's a name I wouldn't know. So I knew they were like, who's Jensen to you? Mm. Stepson, thank you. And even while you're at work, people tell you their problems. You're the person that everybody tells their problems to. You just have that look about you. Do you know what I mean? So I understand the more and more as I do your reading, what they're telling me when you don't have anybody to rely on, or anybody who has your back because they're used to you being the one that is the caregiver. So it's so important to know now. Find people to reach out to ask for help from that you can trust. Do you know what I mean? I keep seeing that too. And he's trying to help you with abundance so that you can take ample time off with rest, because he literally just showed me doing a scratcher like on the lotto. So I don't know if he used to play the lotto a lot or if you've been hoping for that, but he just keeps, I just see I'm scratching. Yeah, I have coins and I'm scratching it off like that. Okay, and one of the other things I wanted to bring up is when we have someone, yeah, not too many people to ask for help. I get that. Sometimes it's the most unusual person, like it will be like a friend of a friend, or a coworker or somebody. But he is making me feel like since you're the helper in the family, everybody's used to you being the helper. Does that make sense? And okay, as much as you have your job and you're good at your job, I know that when somebody okay, yeah, no relationship with him. Sorry, I'm not understanding what that means. So let me explain this why I'm waiting for you to answer what that means. When we have someone cross over, sorry, I don't understand what this means. No relationship with him, bad person. I'm sorry, sweetie, I don't understand. But I do know that when people start going through a loss like this, that they start to have a spiritual awakening. Oh, his stepson is a bad person. That's okay. He doesn't mean to rely on him. He just will bring up people that he's left behind or around you, either here or crossed over. Just because he brought up that name doesn't mean he wants you to rely on that person. Do you know what I mean? He's just bringing up people that he left behind, people that you have around you, or people with him. So he came through and showed me his mom. Then he talked about Victoria and Tori. Do you understand? Okay. But let me pull back a little bit here. When we have somebody who's crossed over and our life starts to totally change, everything's going to start changing for you. So look up the term spiritual awakening on YouTube and look and see what that means, because I feel like right at this point, when they show me 555 and somebody's reading, I know she doesn't understand that. And someone literally, either they got married on Valentine's Day, their birthday was on Valentine's Day. I keep being drawn to February 14th for some reason. And if it's not that, then it's like a major holiday that someone's birthday is next to it, like Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day. It's like that. So when I see 555 and somebody's reading feathers and lights blinking, yeah, he'll show you that. it means that your life's about to go through a 180. So it's like, I lost a loved one, and then I changed my job, and then I stopped hanging around with these people, and I totally started doing this. And then I always had dark hair, and I cut long hair, and I cut my hair short and went blonde. Like, it's totally, we go through this huge transformation, and I just keep seeing that. So he keeps talking about how you're going through that, and how you're going through this, like white knuckling it because you're going through it alone. But he's trying to let you know that you're not actually alone, that he sees how challenging things have been since he's passed. And he's trying to help you with advice through either like your thoughts or synchronicity to help you go in a better direction. Because before this, I don't know if you loved your job so much or if it was just something that would bring you an income, but it makes me feel like there's something birthing in you of something longing for excitement. Do you know what I mean? Longing for something different. That's going to bring you more fulfilled, because it feels like so much of what you've done has seemed to be a lot of hard work with very little bit coming back. Does that make sense? And he's trying to help you with that. I am financially set, retired. Okay, before, remember I asked you, were you looking for another job or were you retiring? And you said no. Was it freezing then? Because that's how he said, financially looking for another job and or retired. Do you remember I said that? I think it might have been freezing, but he also said that at the beginning. But he keeps saying, like, this is your time to find your bliss. If you've not been traveling, if you want, I don't know why I keep seeing Greece, or it could be Tahiti with the blue water down below and the white buildings, but I just keep seeing that. And he's bringing that up for a reason. So if you've been sedentary and you haven't been traveling or something like that, and you might say, I don't have people to travel with, but do you remember at the beginning of the reading, he was saying, are you retiring? And the answer was no. I think it was freezing for you then, because I was bringing that up at the beginning. Does that make sense to you when I say that? You didn't work for a while. Yeah. I am financially set. And so you're financially set and retired now? Or do you still work? I'm sorry. I'm just having a difficult time with the texts. Basically, he's saying that this is your time. This is your time to create the life that you've wanted, because you spent a lot of your life doing things for other people and being the caregiver for them. You did not work. That's what I was talking about when I was saying that he's bringing up either you had a change of job or you retired, because I felt a change. So that's him saying that. So see how he's confirmed a lot of things for you. If you've been sedentary, he's making me feel like, because he shows me the globe, and he's like, you should be traveling. And sometimes we're like, I don't have anybody to travel with. I have several friends, females, who are like part of travel groups, who is like this groups that travel everywhere so they don't have to go by themselves. But for some reason, I keep seeing travel. And one of the main things that he keeps showing me 3 or 4 times, it looks like Greece to me. This could be Italy. I've never been to Italy. I just know that there's blue water down below, and he's showing me the beautiful color buildings. And Miriam lives in Germany. Yes. So if you've been thinking about visiting or traveling, he's just keeps saying, like, this is your time to find your bliss. You have spent a lot of your time and your life taking care of other people. And he just keeps showing me that. You live by the ocean? Okay. but something about being sedentary, like it's time to find your bliss and time to travel. So sometimes when we have someone pass away, yes, it will spark something in us where we've never done that before. We're like, we're going to write a book, or we're going to travel, or we're going to start a vlog. But there is something in you that's like pulling you forward to transform it. That's the way that I can say it. So it reminds me of like when a caterpillar turns into a butterfly, and they're totally different, totally changing. And I'm seeing that for you. Okay. So I am going to pull back a little bit. Now I'm hearing Jackie's name. So what happens is when I do these readings, these are mini readings. If you would like a longer reading, I do those through my website, through Zoom and by phone. But just know that he's coming through, that he is with his mother, that he is showing me that he's watching over you, and you bought the property in Germany, and that he's very well aware of traveling and the things that you are going to be doing, and he's encouraging that, and he's saying that he'll be with you every step of the way. So thank you for allowing me to give you this reading today. I think I am following you. Good. So I always say make notes after your reading, and as much as I want these to be recorded over on YouTube, you're welcome, sweetheart. On YouTube. If it's not, you want to make sure it's not a guarantee that it's going to be recorded, unfortunately. Whew. So thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you. And if his name is Glenn, or somebody's name is Glenn, I keep getting a GL name starting to come through. Okay. So sometimes when I back up for a reading and I hear Glenn, I'm like, I don't know who, Glenn Devon, like who are we talking about? So Kim, are you still good for readings? I have one more reading, and then I'm going to pull a bunch of cards. Thank you guys for being here. Every reading comes differently because we lose people in different ways. But I do know that there's always confirmation showing you that your loved ones are still alive in spirit. So I appreciate that. I love the way that the system works. So Jacqueline, Jackie, I keep calling you Jacqueline. Thanks, Kim. Jackie, are you here? We're going to go out with a bang with Jackie. Jackie, Bobacky, and then we're going to do some beautiful cards by James from Prague. We're going to pull some cards. Thank you, Jackie. Do people call you Jacqueline too, or is Jacqueline your whole name? So Jackie, thank you for allowing me to read for you today, sweetie. And then after this, I'll be able to answer some questions. Thank you guys for being here. Kim and I so appreciate this group. We are so lucky to be on here and have this community. Thank you guys. Oh, people call you Jackie, but is your name Jacqueline? I wonder why I keep calling you that. Okay. Okay, Jackie, thank you for letting me read for you. Oh, that's why. I was like, why am I calling her Jacqueline? Okay. I just wanted to know where it was coming from. So I'm going to go ahead and start your reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. The way I like to do my readings on here is to see who you want to hear from today. I don't need to know their name. I just need to know who they are to you. Your father. Okay. Do you have blue eyes? Does your father have blue eyes? I just heard the song Blue Eyes by Frank Sinatra. So I'm trying to understand what I'm seeing. Hold on one second. And I see you do. Okay. They're beautiful, by the way. Show the thing that you were just going to say. Hold on, I just lost it. Who's in real estate, or did you just sell real estate? I see a for sale sign, like real estate. So this would be like actual real estate agent or property development. Yes to the real estate. Okay, just know, so that's how he's bringing that up as well. Was someone an actual like carpenter, or did you just remodel? Because I smell like fresh. It's like, you know, when you go to a property and they just cut fresh wood, I keep smelling that. And did someone have like a house and a cabin? There is a real estate going on. Thank you. That's his way of bringing that up also. Someone have a red car? I just heard little red Corvette. I'm like, okay. My husband is remodeling some of the house. Okay, thank you. That would just be Dad's way of showing that too. And did someone pass away at Christmas or someone's birthday at Christmas? I'm being drawn to December as well. Yes, he did. He gave you a red card. Thank you. I was like, why am I seeing that? Yes. Okay. And who is that to you with the passing or birthday at Christmas? Because he brings that up also. And did he have a stroke or something? As he can, or brain tumor? The reason why I'm asking is my head is in pain when he comes forward. So I'm trying to understand what he's saying. Was he also, my grandpa is close to, or son too. Okay, thank you. Did he, do you know somebody named Jennifer? Ow, that really hurts. Someone had like, I almost want to say like someone had a head injury or fell or something. It hurts so bad. It's like when you bang your head really bad. That's how I feel. So it's either here or crossed over. That hurts. Feels like I just hit it. Do you know what I mean? Not Jennifer that you know. That's okay. Just go ahead and put that to the side. Yeah, he just showed me like Jennifer Gardner. So I know he's trying to show me a name, but that's okay. Either here or crossed over. Sometimes it's one of our friends. I'll just put it to the side. Did he have a stroke or a brain tumor? Oh my gosh, that hurts so bad. Or did someone get in an accident? This really hurts. That's okay. I'm going to put it to the side. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it had it like cancer, tumor, something here. So it's either him or he's bringing someone in with him. Was he on hospice? I think I have 3 people that are here. Your grandmother? So your grandmother had the tumor or passed away on hospice? Whew. Okay. No. Okay, sorry. What's going on with grandma? Like fell, head injury, cancer? Is it male or female? I don't know. I just know I have him, and he'll show me people who are here or people who are crossed over. The more I talk about it, the more it starts to go away, thank goodness. But it was like someone fell or had a tumor or had a fall really bad. Reminds me like when you're walking and you hit a door, like it just hurts. And it was like part of my eye too. Okay, hold on. One of the things that I know that you're missing him. I know this has been sad for this loss, but one of the things that he's making me feel like is that he was the glue that kept the family together, because he kind of chuckles and says, like the Godfather. So sometimes when people pass away, the family gets closer, and sometimes not so much. Do you know what I mean? And when I start to feel numb, It's that someone didn't get a chance to say goodbye to somebody. Yep, see, now I'm getting dizzy. Who had vertigo before they crossed over or were falling a lot? Oh, I need you guys to back up for me. I do not like that feeling. Your grandmother, is she crossed over? Whew. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Now I can dissipate from that energy. Yes. Okay. Sometimes when family members cross over, the family gets together, and sometimes there's jealousy or there's arguments. Try to rise above that. Do you understand why they're saying that? And is there a reference to Julia and Julia Childs, or is somebody's name Julia, either here or crossed over? Julia Childs is like really tall. Do you know what I mean? Are you understanding the family drama and them talking about like, we don't want that? And I don't know if you have either your grandmother or grandfather's ring, if it was red or why I'm seeing a red ring, but I'm also bringing that up as well. But the envy or the jealousy. Yes, I understand. And it's making me feel like where people are coming out of the woodworks when they weren't even close to grandma and grandpa. Do you understand? You're like, you weren't even there. You didn't even know. I don't have it, but I understand that. If you wanted it, or that was one thing that was on the list that you want, they're just aware of that. That's how they would bring that up too. But one of the things that's making you angry or that you're getting frustrated with are the people who are trying to pretend that they were closer to your grandfather than they were. Because I started to feel good about his energy. I started to feel good about his energy towards you. And then I started to get very upset about I understand. Is there a Betty or a Becky, Elizabeth? There's a BE name too starting to come through, either here or crossed over. But the people who are like, I want that. It always meant so much to me. You're like, you didn't even come ever to see him. You didn't even stay in touch with him. And it's almost like now that he's crossed over, everybody's coming to grab what they want to grab. Do you understand what they're talking about? And that's disheartening because those people weren't even around. No, not Elizabeth, Betty. Just write it down. Becky, Betty. It's like that. And it can be first name or middle name. So sometimes it's like Patricia Elizabeth. So it can be a middle name too. Yeah, I'm going to say write it down. And I don't know if you're going to start doing your ancestor.com or someone's really big into doing ancestry, but I just keep seeing that. I'm going to go back to the Julia Childs. So if someone's name is Julia or Julie or Julia Childs, like she was really tall and her husband was short, unless someone was a really good cook like that, I just keep seeing that for some reason. Doesn't make any sense to me, but I have to say it, just like in the previous reading where I was like, Edgar Allan Poe, like it means something. But you're very nostalgic and you want things because they have sentimental value. Some people are coming forward just to grab things when they weren't even around or close or didn't care about the person who passed. Your grandmother and your grandfather see that and they're very well aware of that. Okay, my father-in-law does that ancestor. Okay. So the Elizabeth, Beth, look in that area. And I have been cooking a lot for them. Oh, they are 80 and 90. This is so sweet. Okay. So if you literally said, I'm Julia Childs, I've been in the kitchen, then that's why I'm seeing that too. Yeah. So sweet. So sweet. I'm 5'7". I don't know if you're small but mighty or if you're tiny, but I just say it again. You know how they say that? Small but mighty, Energizer Bunny. they keep saying those two things, and then they just keep pointing to you. And they say, she's just a little thing. So I don't know if you're tiny or short. And then they say the Energizer Bunny. If you're like, I don't even know where all this energy is coming from, but I'm doing this. And is there a story about either someone buying your 5'6"? So no, but you're doing a lot. Okay, Energizer Bunny. But if you're tiny like this way, just so you know, they're like small but mighty or tiny. I just keep seeing that. But and the Energizer Bunny, and you're doing a lot. There's a story about, I don't understand what they're saying. They just showed me a Christmas tree, but it was like buying a Christmas tree, and there's no way it's going to fit inside the house. Like it's so big. So either someone has a tree that they decorate outside for Christmas, or there's a story about buying a huge Christmas tree where there's no way that thing's going to fit inside. Like it's either going to bend over the top, but I just keep seeing that. Does that make sense to you when I say that? They keep showing me the Grinch that stole Christmas when the top is over. It's so funny. I was like, none of this makes sense to me, but as long as it makes sense to you. And as I finished, oh, we got a huge Christmas tree here. Yes. That would be their way of laughing, going, how did you fit that inside? Like, what the heck is going on with that? Thank you. Yes. Okay, hold on one second. Like that wouldn't fit in normal houses. Yes, because I keep seeing it curve. Like if it were to, it would actually curve across like the Grinch that stole Christmas. Yeah. That wouldn't fit in normal houses. Yeah, they're laughing at that. So that's their way of showing me that too. And I don't know if someone passed away on the 17th or someone's birthday is the 17th, but I keep seeing 1717 over and over again. So it's someone's day of passing or someone's birthday. It can also mean January 7th, but they keep showing me the 17th. And the way that they showed me that is my birthday's April 17th, and I was born on my sister's birthday. That is so funny. This is totally random. Well, Gramps is 1217 and my dad's is the 7th. That's 17. I love it. So 1217 and 17. Boom. They're all kabuya. They just did it. Show me the other thing that you guys just right. I know. I never know why they show me the things that they show me, but I have to pay attention to those. I love it. The 17 and 17. Yep. That's how they show. And I understand. They're talking about how, yes, I know. Some of the things in the estate, people might think are junk, but you want to keep those because you're very nostalgic. Do you understand? They have sentimental value to you. So they might not mean anything to other people, but those things mean something to you. I just keep seeing that. Yes, completely. I understand. So it's like hard feelings when he's calling us scavengers when they're like, I was part of the family. You're like, we didn't even ever see you at anything. What are you coming in wanting all this? But he knows that. And I don't know if when he passed, you wrote a letter and put it with him, or if you spoke at his service, but I keep seeing a letter written and then folded. And I'm like, did she write you something and you're buried with that? Or did she read something when you passed away? Just know I keep seeing that. It felt like it was in a box. But you are, whenever they show me a sunshine flower, I'll hear that song, You Are My Sunshine, My Only Sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. And I see this sunflower. So I don't know if that's a sign for you, if you like those, if grandma or grandpa sang that song. But as I pull back to see if there's anything else that they'd like me to tell you, oh, I'm not sure. I have a lot of his stuff in boxes, a box of letters. That's why. That's my mistake in not understanding what it was. I can see writing folded, and I saw it in a box. That's all I saw. So I was like, I don't know what you're trying to show me. So that's it. And the other thing about that is not only are you cooking a lot for the Julia and Julia Childs, yes, daisies, black eyed Susans, beautiful. Go back to the thing that you were just saying. But when Julia Child passed away, there were letters from the pen pals back and forth in a box. So I think that was like two messages. But someone had to, he keeps calling you the sunshine. Sunshine, you are my sun. He keeps saying it. So just write that down too. Whether it's like you guys were, how do you want to say it? The sparkles in the family, the light in the family. And that's admirable of you to be that, but sometimes it can be exhausting too. So make sure as much as you're helping other people that you're taking care of yourself. Even though you get energy from helping other people, he just makes me feel like do your yoga, do your regiments, and make sure that you're taking care of yourself at this time. Unless someone likes sunflower seeds, that's sunflower with the sunshine. I keep hearing that. Whew. And I don't know. Oh, this is really quick too. Did someone like corn on the cob, or do you live in Nebraska or something? As I pull back, this is the fourth time I saw this, and it's literally, it's like corn on the cob. Reminds me of the ones that you get from Kentucky Fried Chicken when there's like so much butter on it. It's something about corn on the cob. Thank you. Good job. I never know why they talk to me about the things that they talk to me about. But I was like, if you're like, well, he can eat anything else. I used to get him Kentucky Fried Chicken, or someone likes corn on the cob. Unless somebody's from Nebraska, because that's the Corn Huskers. Corn, your grandfather. Right? The one that I've been talking to that's passed, or another one? Because as I pull back, I'm like, corn on the cob. With like so much butter on it. So cool. Okay. Thank you for allowing me to give you that reading today. Thank you for being here. Thank you guys all for being so patient. Kim, thanks for moderating. This is when I'm going to put this little guy away and just let you guys know, I do private readings. Oh, we go to the Kentucky Fried Chicken. I love it. Yes. Which reminds me of the corn on the cob. Do you know what I mean? No one makes corn on the cob like Kentucky Fried Chicken. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being patient. I do private readings. So if you want a Zoom reading or a phone reading, I will be offering, I think it's 20% off on my readings. I think if you message me, I'm going to be making the announcements pretty soon. And we're going to be selling gift certificates early for Christmas too. My grandfather that's passed, and my grandmother loves it too. You're welcome, Jackie. Thank you for letting me read you today. What beautiful people. And I love how he came through with the 17th, and then grandpa's on 12/17, and then 1/7, and that's your dad, and the little red car. Now you have that. See, this is all wonderful. And the box of letters. I never know why the information is going to come through, but I'm always pleased that it's going to be something that's going to be inspirational and healing for you. And again, my job as a medium is to show you this is their love for you and your love for them that I'm channeling. Once I remove myself from the situation, this love is ever flowing around you. So there's always signs or communication that they're trying to show you. And most of the signs are not huge and profound. Some of them are simple, like I ran into a guy who looked like my grandfather. My mom was Elaine, so I'm thinking about her, and I run into somebody whose name is Elaine, or she went by Lillian too. And I run into somebody like that. That's not a coincidence, okay? It can be that you see the day that they passed. My dad passed away on December 12th. I see 12/12 all the time. My mom passed away on August 12th. I see 8/08 always when I'm looking at my phone. Sometimes I see my birthday on license plates, on odometers. That's just their way of waving hello to you, okay? So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being patient. I am going to start pulling cards. If you would like a card pulled for you, and Kim, if you have to get going, I totally understand, sweetheart. Thank you so much for moderating today. I couldn't do this without you. And we are so grateful for this community. A lot of you hang out to watch other people's readings, and I love that for you too, because even if you didn't get a reading today, there's some type of message in the readings that you watched. Julie. Oh, hold on. Julie Hart, today's my brother's birthday that passed away 3 years ago. This came out flying out when I said that. We have been together in our dreams. And I don't know why I hear Archangel Michael, if someone was a police officer or someone's name is Michelle or Michael, Julie, but I do hear that for you. For some reason, I kept hearing Archangel Michael, but he's like the ultimate protector. Thank you guys for being here. Scorpio 1111, don't be afraid. If you have information that's coming through and you're getting guidance to write a book or to do something new, don't be afraid. You're welcome, Julie. Sure. Sherry wants a reading. And if you guys, oh, perfect. You have nothing to feel guilty about. If you didn't get a chance to say goodbye to somebody, Sherry, or if you feel like you couldn't help them or heal them before they passed, and how can we? We're just humans, but sometimes we wish we could have done more for people. Just know I feel like two gentlemen, so I don't know if your son and your husband are passed, but two gentlemen, one older one younger one, are coming through. They're saying you absolutely have nothing to feel guilty about. Tasha, I'd love to pull a card for you. Tasha, we are so connected. And this also means that sometimes when we feel like we're handling things by ourselves or it's just too much, go out and blow some bubbles and connect with your inner child. Because life can be so serious. PW, I have a new understanding. And this feels like a male energy to me. So when we have loved ones who cross over and they were harsh here and they didn't understand about their harshness and they wanted to toughen you up, now they're crossed over and they understand that you need to be gentle and you are such an empath. So sensitivity is your superpower. No more needing to hide that. Dina Michelle, thank you for being here. My mind is free. And whenever I see this also, I feel like this card also tells me to yes, that your mind is racing with unneeded worry about your future. And so do what you can now and let God and the universe do the how. And that means going on a walk, resting, doing yoga, putting your feet in the sand or the water, or grounding yourself somehow. Because there seems to be a lot of worry about the future, but this is all going to turn out in your favor, sweetheart. Elena, Bobena. I will always point you in the right direction. So your career seems to be on hold right now, but keep posting things. I was trying to share your post the other day, but I didn't see anything new. Elena, please keep posting. You may not understand it, but you are being guided and put in the right direction. You have no idea who's going to share or your cards or something like that, okay? My son, I didn't get to say goodbye, and my ex-husband that passed 2 months after her son. They are together, Sherry. They are together. Thank you. Christy with a K. Although you may not understand it, everything happens for a reason. So Christy, your path moving forward is not going to make sense. But once it happens and you put it in reverse, then you'll start to understand. And it's been a while since you've seen things aligning for yourself. Use your voice, set healthier boundaries, and learn to say no. I know you're such an earth angel, but learn to say no to other people and yes to yourself. And that's going to help you get off kind of like this merry-go-round that you're on, where you feel like I keep doing things for other people, but nobody's helping me, because you definitely deserve help from people on this planet and help from heaven and the other side. Whoops. You're welcome, PW. You're welcome, Tasha. You're welcome, Dina Michelle. Jen. Let's see. Jen. I feel healthy and happy. So you don't need to, sometimes when people pass away and we're so worried about them, we want to know, are they okay? How are they on the other side? Once they cross over, they are 100% at peace. But for more of this, it feels like, I don't know if you've not been moving or you've been home a lot and felt sedentary, but this is more so for you to get out and have movement, even if it's like a dance class or a new hike or something to get your body moving. You're welcome, Sherry. You're welcome, Elena. Whoops. Sorry, I'm trying to get to everybody. You're welcome, Christy. Deanne with the 3 purple hearts. It was my time to go. And for some reason, I just keep feeling like there's a woman and a pet. So I don't know if you also lost your animal, but I do know that the more people we have on our spiritual side, the more stronger our spiritual team is. And that's for you, Deanna. Talia, what a beautiful name. You are not alone. And I see this as, yes, that you have spiritual guidance coming through. And this might be challenging for you at this time, because you may be having a dream to do something, but there's like no guidance other than your inner voice pulling you to move forward. I would say do what you can now and let God in the universe do the how. You're not going to be able to figure out the how, but it's going to be beautiful. And I don't know if you sing, Talia, or sing affirmations, but I sure do hear a lot of music around you. Trish. Get out and walk. Get out and walk. And remember the beautiful memories we recreated. I don't know if someone was just looking through the baby album, but I see your mom holding the kids. I just keep seeing a picture like this. And so, yes, redoing photos. I just keep hearing that. But your mom is watching over you. She says, get out and walk to help you get out of your stress, to help you relieve your stress. And I don't know if your mom liked chicken pot pies or if you've been making those for your dad. You're welcome, Deanna. 12 Warren, stay at home mama here. Perfect sense. Thank you. You're welcome. Whew, thank you guys for being here. Did I get everybody? I want to pull one for Kim. Oh, you bought some chicken pot pies? That's so funny. I keep tasting them. Chicken pot pies. That sounds so good right now. Okay, Kim, I'm going to pull a card for you. Oh my gosh, we know what this is. I'm so much better now. We know this is for your Maggie. Somewhere over the rainbow. Like she's like, I crossed the rainbow bridge. I crossed the rainbow bridge. My mom used to make those a lot. That's so funny. Yeah, your mom comes through with that message and then she's all chicken pot pies. I'm all, oh, she's over the rainbow bridge. She's so cute. She's all, it's like that movie, All Dogs Die and Go to Heaven. She's got her little wings. Yeah. I don't know if you still have her blanket or the blanket that you wrapped in her, but I can smell a blanket. My friend just put together all my pictures on a memory stick for me. That's mom coming through going, gee, I'm good. Yeah, she knows. She knows. Thank you guys so much for being here today. What a fun group. I'm just so lucky to be on here. Oh, her baby, her toy. Yeah, it has to be like really soft because Delilah has one. It's kind of like, it's like a lammy or whatever, but it's like so soft. I could just feel it. Feels like the blanket that she's laying on right now. Aw, yeah. Oh, yeah. Her pillow, it feels super soft. Everything that you had for her was so clean too, because it doesn't smell like a dog to me. It smells like, it reminds me of like say it again. The bounce that you put in what is it called? In the laundry, like a small little thing of Tide, not strong, Downy. It smells like that. So sweet. I love that. I love that. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you guys for being here today. Kim, yes. Thank you, Kim, for moderating. If you aren't following Kim, please do so. She's amazing. She volunteers her time, and then she also has these beautiful crystals. Oh my gosh, Roxy, we didn't pick one for you. Roxy, I send you signs in nature, and this also means to make a wish. You keep helping other people with their wishes. Sweetie, it's time to make a wish. Roxy, thank you. Julie, I need to go. Thank you so much. Thank you, Julie, for being here. Did I pull a card for you? I've been pulling cards for people. I forget, like, everybody that I pulled a card for. But in the end, for a collective message, they are not dead. Your loved ones, their bodies dissipate, but their spirits are very much still alive. And as they cross over and they do a life review, they are now helping you in any way that they can. So I know that we have a lot going on in our society that has us worried. Try to watch the news a little bit and then just to pull back and to work on yourself and your dreams and to keep moving your bodies and to try. Bye, Julie, and bye. Try to do your best to up your self-care, to raise above the fear that's out there right now. And this community that we have in here and the time that we spend together is here to show each other that we are here for one another, that we believe in you, that we're encouraging you, that even the impossible things are possible. Okay, thank you guys for joining. Thank you so much, Kim. If you're interested in joining the live tomorrow, I should be on here around 3:30 Pacific Coast time tomorrow. Thank you guys for joining. Kim, thank you so much for being here. And thank you. Yeah, perfect. I love this group too, Sherry. Thank you. Take care, you guys.